I've got almost 500 unlisted items from my thrift trips. By my count, that's almost $10,000 of profit. So here it is, my pile of doom. If you resell, you know exactly how this happens. Thrifting is a lot of fun and listing really isn't. I just recently upgraded to an eBay storefront. I did some math and realized that it would actually save me money to upgrade to one of the paid storefronts versus paying some extra listing fees and some of the final value fees. So over the next few days, I'm gonna try to tackle all this. 500 items almost in the next 48 hours is my goal. I'm gonna show you how I use this photo station here and some other tools I use to keep listing efficient. Whenever I have a big group of items like this, I really don't think too hard about grouping things into categories or anything like that. I really focus on seasonality, so anything that ties to the season or events like the Winter Olympics going on. Just listed this like 4 days ago. These beanie hats and this outdoor research jacket, great for this cooler weather right now. So once I get my item kind of laid out, I want to make sure my camera app is taking pictures in a square format. That's my preference. I think it cuts down on some cropping time in the eBay app. I think it makes your listings look more uniform. Another point of consistency is this white backdrop I use. Another reason for the white backdrop is things like Google Shopping, other shopping platforms. Sometimes those are aggregating items from eBay, and a white background is preferred for product images on most of those. So this is also another way to get more eyes on your products. And I also think it's really important to make sure that you get measurements. I typically do pit to pit and a shoulder to bottom hem on things like shirts and jackets. People will often request sleeve lengths. I typically don't do a sleeve length unless it's on like a vintage item. On pants, I want to do kind of across the top waistline and do the inseam. Those are the kind of the key elements of pants. Sometimes people will ask for leg openings, things like that. So once I've got kind of the wide shots of this, I'll often take little detail shots of things like this Polar Tech embroidery or the outdoor research logo here. I always show content tagging if it's available. And I also love to include these tags. This lets people know exactly what they're getting. It lets you know exactly what you have. These often have, like this is from fall of 2019. It's got your actual item number. It's got your the actual item name. This is the Ascendant pullover. So lots of great details there that help buyers make better decisions. I sell a lot of shoes, and I think I've got a pretty good system down where I kind of do a little bit of kind of a 3/4 angle like this as my lead image. And then I often get kind of a front on from the back. Make sure I show the condition of the interiors. If there's any wear, a lot of times there's wear in the heels. You want to show that if possible. One of the big factors I think people look at is sole wear. These are in really great shape, so definitely want to show that off. But the wear that's on the bottom of the shoe gives people a really good idea of how much they've been used if you're selling a pre-owned shoe. You can see these still have the tags on them and the writing from the store. The good news is most thrift stores are using some kind of a water-soluble marker, so that should wipe off with just a wet rag in most cases. The last detail I want to make sure I get is the sizing. This is really important. It shows the model number, it shows the exact size. This just increases buyer confidence and helps you make a better sale. See, I do start to kind of lot some items together here. I tend to always grab hats that are golf related or things that are from outdoor brands like North Face or Outdoor Research. Grouping these low cost items from the bins is a great way to kind of make a nice chunk sale out of things that may be hard to sell on their own. So it turns out, no, I can't list 500 items in 2 days. I did get 100 items listed, so I'm pretty proud of that. But you know, there's things that happen. There is life that happens. There's people to spend time with. It was Valentine's Day over the last couple of days. Hi, buddy. Speaking of important things, along the way I'm trying to film and edit a little bit at night. I've got my normal job where I've got clients to take care of. One of the things I didn't realize was some of the stuff I grab at the bin, sometimes I don't notice a little stain or a rip or something like that. So there was stuff that I had to throw out. There was also stuff that I stopped and took a little time to clean. During these last 2 days, I sold 12 items, and 6 of those were things from this pile that I had photographed and gotten up listed the first day. You know, you hear a lot about eBay kind of rewarding you in the algorithm for listing new items or being active. Obviously, we're trying to buy items that are high velocity and things that people want right now. And I think this kind of proves that a little bit. I think you know, when you're adding things to the marketplace, they are going to give you a little bit of reward and elevate your items a little bit in search sometimes. So if you've got a pile like this, hopefully it's inspired you to get out there and get it listed. There's so much opportunity sitting right here in front of me, and the only way to realize that opportunity is to get it up and get it listed. I'm also excited to keep making some more videos, kind of in the moment thrifting. I did just grab this new DJI, the Osmo Nano. So excited to start wearing this around when I'm out thrifting and bring you some more kind of POV style content. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.